Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Honestly, I don't care. I'm just being polite. So you not responding doesn't really fit on me. Before I start, I just want to say to everybody a quick word of advice. If you ever plan on lying to someone about having diabetes, make sure the person that you lie to doesn't have them. I recently learned that one the hard way. Anyone out there like horror movies? Yeah. All right. Horror movies really freak me out these days, which is why when I go see one with a girl, I have to go the day before by myself so I'll know when all the scary parts are. Speaking of snuff films, when you people go to the movie theaters, will you please stop clapping after the film's over? I don't care how loud you clap, the actors can't hear you. Not to mention the fact that Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter probably didn't deserve a round of applause in the first place. I mean, do you guys do this at home, like after you're watching The Jersey Shore? Bravo, Snooki, bravo. You are to alcoholic trolls what the Kardashians are to Sears. Oh, on fire. Speaking of Bob Costas, I like how in this day and age we use words like sick or stupid or disgusting to describe something good. I'm actually looking forward to the next step in this verbal evolution when we start using pregnancy terms to describe stuff that's awesome. Hey man, did you see the new Avengers movie? Oh yeah, had me lactating the whole time. I mean, it was so third trimester, and that action sequence in the end. Straight Lamaze class. I also think religion is confusing for a couple different reasons. I actually went to my first baptism of a friend of mine a few months back, which was really like the most boring wet t-shirt contest ever. Secondly, everyone's version of God seems to be available to them on some sort of 24-hour telepathic speed dial, regardless of what he's doing. For example, God could be in heaven having like a city planning meeting with Abraham or Brittany Murphy, but suddenly has to put everything on hold because Beth from Wisconsin prayed that she'd pass a blood test. Or Okonkwo from Zimbabwe prayed that his sister would stop dying from dysentery. Like God's some sort of omnipotent prayer-fueled jukebox all of a sudden. I mean, if anything, I picture God like I picture Batman. Vengeful, chemically imbalanced, and always wearing a cape. Oh, how do I transition out of this one? So I lived by myself for a really long time. I recently got a roommate in a new small apartment, which kind of blows because I've had to switch around my masturbation schedule around times to fit it in around times when I know he's not home. Hey Matt, I'm gonna run to the bank real quick. Awesome. Know what I'm gonna do for the next 10 minutes? Speaking of self-mutilation, I'm not a masochist, but I kind of want to be waterboarded just once, just to see what all the fuss is about. I mean, on some level, doesn't it look kind of fun? I mean, to me, it kind of resembles a spa treatment, which is great, because I got a lot of dry patches of skin on my face, and I think this would really help along the rejuvenation process. I think we need more Jews in pro wrestling, too. I'm Jewish, and if I was going to be a wrestler, I'd try to incorporate as much of my Judaism into my character as possible. Now coming to the ring, accompanied by Esther from Long Island, who likes to complain. Weighing in at 240 shekels, coming to us from Boca Raton, Florida. He is the high flyer of Hanukkah, the unstoppable Israelite, the master of the Shabbat Slam, Dr. Dreidel. Thank you. Thank you. It's never going to happen for me, but thank you anyways. Nice spot. My health insurance kind of sucks, so the next time I have to go to the emergency room to get an x-ray, I'm just going to go straight to an airport security checkpoint instead. I mean, basically a strip search really is a free prostate exam. But with the advent of all of these, x-ray machines, no weapons, no drugs. Awesome. Did you see any polyps while you were in there? No? How about any change? I took an Ambien last week, or may have been out swallowed some nickels. Speaking of social deviants, I think cop shows on TV are detrimental to society because at their core, they really show you what not to do if you're a criminal. I used to watch a lot of CSI and kind of come to the conclusion that if I was ever going to commit a murder, I'd do a whole bunch of ridiculous shenanigans to the crime scene just to throw the cops off my trace. Nothing gross, mind you. Reorganize the victim's DVD collection, cook a frozen pizza. Okay. I see the murderer stood here and shot the victim twice in the chest. But what I don't understand is why afterwards he refilled all the ice trays in the freezer and set the TiVo to record Real Housewives of Atlanta. Speaking of talentless people, I think we need more danger in reality television. For example, instead of Dancing with the Stars, we could just have Dancing with SARS, where 8 D-list celebrities are injected with the SARS virus, and whoever survives 3 months of tangoing and liver failure gets their own VH1 reality show and the antidote. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thanks.
Once or twice.